Please subscribe and we'll keep the comedy clips coming.
Hello. Hello. Welcome to your final ethnic section for the evening. Thanks for the equal opportunities. I appreciate it. I like your laugh straight away, mate. We're gonna get on. Right, before I get going properly, I've got one thing I want to say to you guys. Right, I've been watching you from up there. I really like you. I've got one thing, right? If you like a joke, laugh. You fucking smashed it. Well done, mate. But seriously, I was back there. I saw sometimes one of the comedians would say something. You guys would go, "That does nothing for us." Okay? That to us is like hiring a hooker that only cuddles. We need the fucking laugh. Come on! That's way more enthusiasm than what I'm used to, but I like it, okay? I will also apologise because my voice may go at any moment. I'm a little bit sick at the moment. It's totally my fault, right? What happened was I was playing with my 3-month-old goddaughter and she threw up in my mouth. And I swallowed it. I'm a fucking gentleman, guys. There we go. There's kind of two versions of this set. Right, there's a clean and a dirty one. I'm going to go with dirty based on that reaction. Okay. Yeah? Okay, nice. Let's go with it. And finally, you know, some of you can be vocal if you want. I don't mind a good heckle, man. If you got one in the barrel, shoot at me. I fucking love it, right? But it needs to be a good one. I'll give you an example of one I had 3 months ago. I was doing a gig in Cardiff. Anyone from Cardiff in here? No. Good fucker, right? I was doing a gig in Cardiff and they do not like me. The gig was going so badly, right? After about 20 minutes, a man at the back of the room got up and went, "Mate, not being funny, neither are you." As heckles go, solid as fuck, alright? Alright, good, let's kick this off. My name is Archie, I'm mixed race, for anyone that couldn't work out this riddle, that's what's going on right there. We're a pretty big deal at the moment, actually, right? Our king, Obama, he's bringing freedom to the fucking world, so you guys are welcome for that.
Yes, we can!
Yes, we can, alright. I told you about the heckles a second ago, didn't I? Didn't listen at all, just went up. Yes, we can, okay! Do you have any more in the barrel? You're loading up, alright. Not a good thing to say to someone that is not white, mate, but fine. Load up as much as you want, I'm fucking quick. I'm also going to do this stance in case you start shooting. I can drop to the floor immediately, okay? Yeah, I found this wicked fact about mixed race humor, man. You may not know this, but by the year 2050, we're going to be the #1 ethnic majority in the UK. So you guys should be nice to us now. Because we'll remember you when the revolution comes. Don't worry, it's going to be fine. Our revolution is just putting zebra crossings everywhere. That's it. That's it. I asked this question 3 weeks ago. I don't know why I'm still standing like this. I asked this question 3 weeks ago in central London. Right? A woman in the audience, after I said you guys should be nice to us, she went, "No! You should be nice to us. We're breeding you." No, like we're in captivity. I think she got us confused with pandas, man. For anyone wondering what my general mix might be, I'll tell you what's going on here in this combination of human, right? My mum is a lovely but very eccentric woman from Blackburn, North England, right? And my dad is a man that once convinced me Uncle Ben was my actual uncle. It's a much harder childhood than it sounds. Until the age of 14, I thought rice belonged to me. It was growing up when I was a kid, right? For as long as I can remember, I've had this weird thing where I don't quite know where I stand being mixed race, man. I think some of that's down to not having a colour. I think we should have a colour, man. Every other people, like, white people have white, black people have black, Chinese people have, you know. Alright, I'm not going down that road. Do you know how fucking racist the UK is? I realised this the other day. We've decided that all of East Asia is China now. That's we've rounded it well. I've got, okay, Japan, Malaysia, Vietnam, you guys are all China now, okay? Asia is India and you guys are China. We're so fucking bad here. But, yeah, no, that one will get tense. There will be more tension as we go on. I think that we need a colour, mixed race people. I think we should have caramel, man. Makes sense, doesn't it? But spelled with a K though. Because then you could call us the cool caramel kids, which makes us the new KKK. That's really piss some racist on, we're at it. I I've always had these identity issues, man. I've always fucking had them. And I thought I was over it, man, until like last year I had 1 week where, like a bulimic after a pizza binge, I brought everything back up. It was a nice joke, I wrote myself, I love it. I'll tell you what went down. Day 1 of this week, right, I was doing a gig and there was a man in the front row, sitting about where you're sitting, right, just like you're sitting, legs crossed, don't fucking talk to me, just like that, right, you're just as tense. And I walked out and I realised he'd never seen a mixed race person before, right, and he just could not, he was reacting to me the same way black people react to street magic. Couldn't fucking happen. He just couldn't just do. I decided to fuck with him a little bit, so I walked out and I went, hello buddy, do you know what's happening here? And he went, yeah, no, it's fine. And I went, do you know what I am? To which he very quickly replied, yeah, a gangster. So, that tells you about the kind of thing that happens, right? I went home because I was pretty happy. I wanted to be a gangster my entire life. I was sorted with that. Next day I woke up and took a shower, right? Taking a shower is the #1 moment of every day, right? Because when I get out, I'm all wet and shimmering. I look like a glazed donut, man. It's fucking amazing. I like to take a moment to look myself in the eyes and just tell you, you're delicious, right? It's amazing. Also, in the shower, I steamed up the whole room, so I look like a wrestler making an entrance when I leave. Called Caramel Thunder, by the way. I always wanted a wrestling cape when I was younger. I could never find one, but I found a coat, so that made me Caramac. It's an actual joke! There will be one more throughout this next 15 minutes. Okay? Here's when the weird thing happened. I got out of my shower room, I walked into my front room in Edinburgh. My housemate was standing in the front room, legs spread like this, face up. I thought for a minute he wants to rumble with the thunder, okay? He did not. He took a moment and looked at me and then went, do you know what I've learned living with you, Archie? Black people don't look good wet. What the fuck is that? One, he's made me the basis for all black people, okay? And he's wrong because I look like a fucking beautiful Krispy Kreme, man. This guy is... So I asked him, I'm like, what do we look like if I'm the basis, right? He took another moment, he went, you look like a Frosty that's holding too much milk. I was like, you fucking prick, right? I got pissed off, went back to London. The next day, for some reason, I decided I needed to sort this shit out. I decided to do some exercise. I don't know why this was my frame of thinking. I decided to go climbing, right? Never been climbing in my life, but I went to the climbing centre at intermediate wall, because I'm not a fucking punk, okay? I don't need no beginner shit for climbing a wall, it looks easy. About 10 minutes later, I'm stuck on the wall, alright? I am properly stuck, but I'm there looking like I know what's going on, like Spider-Man, right? I'm just there hanging on that I can move at any moment, just for fun. This is when the day gets weird, because a man climbs up next to me, and he looks at me and he goes, oh wow. Yeah, I didn't know you guys climbed. And then he climbed up. What did he want me to do with that? Did he want me to ring up the committee and go, okay guys, it turns out white people are not ready for us to be climbing yet, right? I did not know we were not allowed to do this. I don't know if you got the memo or not, but this is not allowed. Just the same with snowboarding, let's not do it anymore, okay? And I mean, the worst thing about it was that he said that and then he climbed away. It was like he gave me a fucking vertical hit and run, man. I didn't know what to do. So I decided to try and chase him up the wall, at which point I remember I was fucking stuck. So now in my mind, I'm like, shit, this guy's right. We don't climb. We don't climb, man. Me personally, I'm good at the horizontal, man. I can run and shit, I'm fast. But vertical, there's nothing for me up there except like a glass ceiling. That's about it, right? So I got pissed off, and then to make matters worse, I had to be winched off the wall looking like a fucking world's original nappy. It was embarrassing. I then went off and decided that I was going to walk around, because I'm good at the horizontal. Right? Walking is so much fun. I don't know if any of you have ever walked before. It's fucking quality, man. You should try it. It's so good. What my favourite thing about walking is sometimes you can see things you didn't know you were going to see. It brightens up your day exponentially. It's my favourite thing that I saw walking around, right? I saw a woman in an electric wheelchair towing someone in a worse wheelchair up a hill. And I will give you a warning about walking around though, right? Because sometimes when you walk around, you do exercise, it gives your mind space to free itself up, and then you can think things you didn't know you were going to think. You have to deal with those thoughts when they come to you, right? Here's one that I got. I was walking along by Camden, lovely day, and this thought just runs up at me out of nowhere, goes tuk, 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 tuk. I would totally let Tom Hardy fuck me. I'm not gay, that was a surprise to me. I didn't know what to do. And then that thought went away. That was the word. It was like my mind gave me a drive-by using a gay grenade. I had no idea what to do. One corner of my brain instantly went so homophobic, it just went, batted wire. I screamed out because I didn't know how to deal with that, with a gay thought for the first time. I went, ah! People across the road looked at me make that scream, and in my mind they've gone, oh, gay thought, he's had a gay thought, that dude's gay now. I'm going through a fucking Rolodex of panic going, oh my god, I'm gay, I didn't know I was gay, why didn't anyone tell me? This is why all my girlfriends left, this is why my cat doesn't make eye contact anymore. What the fuck? I was never taught how to deal with a gay thought in school. The school that I went to, right, was a rough school, and in school, being gay was always an ultimatum, right? There's some young guys in here, I'm gonna go with you right there, buddy. In school, did you ever get this ultimatum in school, right? You may have got this, some of you may have got it, you guys see like legs, you may have got this before, right? Did you ever get this ultimatum, right? Would you suck a dick to save your mum's life?
Hell yeah. Yeah, probably.
Alright, you actually answered the question. I was asking for the ultimatum, but you went, yeah, I would suck a dick to save my mum's life. I know it's totally the right answer. But I always used to get that every day in school. People would run up to me and go, hey, blood, would you suck a dick to save your mum's life? And there's no way of answering it. Either you go, no, and they go, oh, you're going to let your mum die, you freak. Or you go, yeah, batted wire. And I was just thinking, if I came home and there's a dude holding a gun to my mum's head, who's that guy? Who's the dude holding a gun going, yo, suck this dick or mum's dying? I'm just gonna go, look, dude, it's 2016, be gay, right? Do you know what I mean? It's totally okay now, we're not in Russia, no one cares. And then I started thinking about it a little bit more, right? I was thinking, what if a lot of criminals are just men scared of their own sexuality? Some of you might not go with me on this one, let's see how we go, right? Imagine one day you're in a bank, you're going about your business, you just hear, this is a robbery! Or, come here. Like, imagine, there's a guy in the office going, I'm going to shoot everyone in this office! Unless Brian plays my voice when I tell you that. I'm going to crash the plane and there's someone who holds me! Like, imagine... I'm making it to the final shot, I'm not sure yet. What was I talking about before? Walking around. Sorry, that may happen from time to time. I will just go off on flights of fancy. I've never said the phrase flights of fancy before tonight. I picked tonight for some reason to say it for the first time. Interesting. So I was walking around the next day after my climbing incident, right? And I walked past a mosque by where I live. And as soon as I say mosque, I can see some people go, fucking calm down, alright? It's not going where you think it is. Although, just to give you some additional information about myself, the school that I went to in the media has been called the Jihadi Training School. Because we had 9 kids go out and join ISIS from our school. I know, it's like that's how we did it, okay? It was a nice line, I learned myself, you're welcome. They talked on the punchline, they don't get to hear the joke. But I'm walking by this mosque, right, and I stop and I take it in because it's beautiful. It's got a gold dome roof, a beautiful tall tower with candles at the top. A bit of me looks at the tower and thinks I could cut the shit out of that tower. Right, and I'm just there looking at the mosque like this, right, and then I notice there's an old man over here. You know those guys that are so old, they look like a raisin? This guy's just fucking knackered, right? He's so old, this dude. But I look at him, and this guy, he toddles over like this, and he looks me in the eyes and then he hugs me, and that felt amazing, right? And then he kissed me on both cheeks, and that felt weird given the gay thought I had the other day, that was strange. And then he pulls back, which I shouldn't say after I've just said gay thought, I realise that now, I made a mistake. He retreats, I don't know, how do I get out of this? He does this, okay, that's what happens. And he looks me in the eyes and he goes, brother, right? And then he goes, you are coming to mosque to pray. At which point I realised that he thinks I'm Arab, and consequently Muslim, right? And I'm not Muslim, so I go, oh no, I'm not Muslim, I'm not coming to mosque. And then he takes a moment, he goes, why do you hate your people? I don't hate my people. He goes, Habibi, come to mosque to pray, you should not hate yourself. I go, look mate, I hate myself, but it's not because I'm Arab, okay? I'm not even fucking Arab, mate! And listen, he starts arguing with me, going, Habibi, the war is over, come and pray. I'm like, the war is over? What war are you talking about? There's a new one every fucking day, what do you speak? Me and him have this argument, right? And then he toddles away looking so disappointed. And I get scared because I think, if I make this man lose any more moisture, he's literally gonna die. So to appease my warped mind, I followed this old man into a mosque and I prayed, right? And the weirdest thing is, as I was touching my forehead to the floor, with the old man proper slapping me in the back of the head because I'm praying wrong, right? He's like, no, you better. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing, mate. actually slapped me in the back of the head, I realised I don't know who my people are, right? I've never known. This has been a source of conflict my entire life. I have no idea where I stand. Am I black, am I white? I don't know. Other people are always defining this, they always define me for me, right? Like, I define myself as mixed race, that's what I say. Or as a man in Plymouth insisted on calling me, semi-skinned. I know, horrible racist, but incredible insult, right? Which is made so much worse when you realise I'm wearing a green hat. That's the worst thing about that. Oh, no, mate, sorry. You're at that level of alcohol where all your words are longer for no reason. Oh, no, man.
Simply. That's right.
But I define myself as mixed race. Other people are always putting their definition onto me. Like, if a bunch of racists are chasing me down the street, they're not thinking let's beat up half of them. They're fucking up the whole thing. Right? Good, that's my testament to see how far I can go from this point. Not as far as I fucking thought, I'll be honest. And do you know what? I was told off for that joke a little while ago by the people in society. Alright, mate, fuck it out.
It was jolly funny.
I know, it was funny, you're welcome. I like your guys, like, you've got the kind of laugh that hides around corners waiting to fuck a comedian up, you know that, right? You've got the laugh that I'm going to like, okay, I'm done. That was a quality laugh. But I got told off. What?
Damn, that was good.
Damn.
Yeah.
Interesting use of vernacular there, bro.
I said Johnny, he said that.
Oh, they're just having their own conversation now.
We're with you.
You're with me? Good.
We're with you.
Not all the time, thankfully. Just at this exact moment. That's all I need. I just need him on side for a little bit longer. I was told off for that joke I just told by the people in society you don't want to upset, right? A middle-aged white woman. Guys, don't upset white women, man. Don't, because they will write letters. What? Cecil the Lion's been shot? Fetch my quill! I'm outraged! They lose their minds, right? She came up to me after the show, she went, you're not allowed to say that anymore, mixed race. Yeah, politically incorrect, alright? So, alright, white lady. Why don't you tell me how not to be racist to myself? I don't want to piss me off. What am I allowed to say here? She goes, you're supposed to say biracial. I don't like the term biracial, man. Because it implies that I can swing both ways, and I fucking can't. Last dude to manage was Michael Jackson, and look how that turned out. Other people, I mean, I thankfully doing this job, you get to travel to exotic places like fucking like Staines and Birmingham and shit. I was lucky enough to do a gig up in Newcastle, right? That's when I found out other people always put their definition onto me. I was doing this gig in Newcastle, and at the time, like tonight, I was drinking red wine to try and make myself look more sophisticated. I know, look at me, I look like a fat Theo Walcott, don't look sophisticated. If you don't know who Theo Walcott is, replacing with Lewis Hamilton, all mixed race people look the same. Anyway. I will heckle myself about it, alright? I'm drinking a red wine, I turn to the other comedian, I go, I can't drink red wine, it gives me vampire mouth. A man at the bar turns to me, goes, Blackula, and runs away. He said it so fast. I hadn't even finished talking. I just got went like Blackula, off like that. It was like, my only question was, how long was that dude waiting for those stars to align? Just for that joke, right? And I wish I had the confidence of that man to say some weird shit to a stranger. Despite being on stage, my self-esteem is fucked. It is. Do you know what happened to me last summer, lads? You may be able to appreciate this, right? A beautiful woman came up to me in a club and she went, I think you're sexy. I went, you're wrong. How fucked is that? Just to disagree with someone or myself. That's so bad. And it's made me realise why I know how I deal with those self-esteem issues. I turn to food. Food is my thing, right? So every time I have a bad gig, I'll go home and have a pot of Nutella, right? Yeah, make myself feel. That's science, isn't it, right? That's how science works. But then every time I have a good gig, I'll go home and have a pot of Nutella as a reward. And I gig every day. That's a pot of Nutella a day. And do you know what? Don't even use a spoon anymore. That just slows me down. I sit there and I bear claw it into my mouth. I look like a ghetto Winnie the Pooh. It's disgusting. It's a nice joke, I wrote myself up. I've got a weird relationship with food at the best of times, man. I nearly killed myself last year in the most ridiculous way imaginable. I'm round at my friend Leandre's house, and Leandre's cooking eggs, because he's a fucking bad boy like that, can't lie, right? Leandre takes an egg out of the basket, he goes, hey, blood. I bet you can't fit this egg in your mouth, right? And I'm a 27-year-old man, I'm not no dickhead. I took that fucking bet. I'm like, yeah, I can fit an egg in my mouth, let's go. I get the egg to about here, I realise how big an egg actually is. Next week, that's only a mistake that I would make. Women generally are a lot more aware that they can fit into their mouth. I totally know why. They call me Caramel Thunder. No one calls me Caramel Thunder, don't worry about it. I'm trying for years, no one's ever done it. I take this egg and I put it into my mouth. I'm so surprised I managed to fit it in there. I go to celebrate, I inhale the fucking egg, right? And it don't break either. I'm choking now. I look at my friend Leandre for help. Leandre just goes, raw. Now you're dying, blood. He don't help me. And I'm starting to panic because I can't breathe, which is one of my least favourite things in the world. You realise how much you love breathing when you can't do it no more, man. And I checked, the minimum you should be breathing is always. You should always be breathing. That is science, right? The only thing I could think to do is to punch myself in the throat, which also could have killed me, by the way. And Leandre's over here just going, nah, I don't think you're gonna make it. This is it, cuz. And obviously, I managed to survive because I'm here to tell you that story. I was proud when I saw the whole egg as well, man. Not for the reasons you might think, but because I won that bet. I fit the fucking egg in my mouth, right? Here's where the story gets weird. Yeah, okay. Here's where that story gets weird. Leandre still calls me every month asking if I've laid an egg. Who's the dickhead now? I'll tell you one final thing and then I'm going to go. Is that okay? Fantastic, thank you, man. I love you. That was a weird moment. And you blew me a kiss from the audience as well, aren't you? I like you too. You give me a wet bum. Thanks. Is that what happens? I'm not sure if that's what happens. Being a comedian can be a really lonely job, man, because you find yourself driving back at like 2 a.m. after fucking horrible gigs and stuff like that. I found myself in this situation a couple months back where I was driving back from Nottingham. It was 2 a.m. I stopped at a service station, right, because I figure I need to get some food, make myself feel better. That's how food works, right? It just makes me not hate myself for about 10 minutes while I'm eating. That's how it works. And service stations at night are weird. I don't know if any of you have been to a service station after midnight. Yep, cheers yourselves whenever you like, guys, it's fine. I don't know if you've been to a service station after midnight, right? They are the weirdest, but there's always a woman alone in a car knitting with the light on, and a man over his coffee just letting it steam his face going, I fucking hate my life. Jesus Christ. And then there's always a man in a high visibility jacket sitting in the arcade, not playing anything, just watching the flashing lights, right? It's a weird place to be at night, it's so strange. But I walk into this service station at night, I'm tasked with 2 options of food. Number 1, I could have a lovely healthy salad, or a whole Batman birthday cake. 10 minutes later, I'm palming this birthday cake into my face, right? And you know, I'm on the motorway, I'm in my car, I'm not a fucking monster, I've got the light on, I don't want to make a mess. When you're driving in your car with the light on, right, your windshield, it turns into a really judgmental reflection sheet, right? I forgot the word for mirror, sorry, that's what I don't know what you guys call them, I call them judgmental reflection sheets, not mirrors. And what happens next is that I'm palming this cake into my face, I look myself in the eyes, and when that happens, it forces you to ask a whole bunch of questions you didn't know you were going to have to answer that day. Where am I going? How did I get here? What's wrong with me? That's the big question right there, right? And then all this shit starts coming. Well, Archie, there's loads of things wrong with you. Do you have a big penis or tiny hands? Who will ever know? No. Perspective is a tricky issue, mate. What about that time you had a one-night stand last summer and the girl asked you to talk dirty and she said that she wanted you to split her in half and you said, what, like a melon? What kind of a weird thing is that to say to someone else? Have you figured out if you're gay or not yet? What kind of gay person are you? Are you a bear? Are you a cub? Are you a lion? Are you a tiger? I don't know what kind of animals gay people have, but are you any of those? What the fuck is going on? You're pathetic, right? All these things are going through my head and then I look up and I look myself in the eyes and I come to the realization, I go, Tom Hardy's never going to fuck me now. Thank you for sitting through that and bearing with new material that I didn't know was going to work. Thankfully, some of it did, some of it did not. I'm going to go now. You guys are very nice. Before I leave, I'm going to leave with a little bit of information, right? My name is Archie Maddocks, and I am on Twitter under the name Archie Maddocks, trying to make it to 90,000 followers.
I'm gonna follow you. Yo! Archie Maddocks!
It's pretty impressive for someone you've never heard of. I've got 900, so fucking help, alright? Guys,
I hope you enjoyed that video. There are loads more across the channel, and the plan is to add 3 new clips every week. Please subscribe, hit the notifications bell, like, comment and share to help us keep the good stuff rolling out for your delight and entertainment. Thank you.